Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Was requested by a few of you guys, so just want to make you aware what's going to happen, what's happening at the moment actually. Well, when we were here at the peak, pretty much I made you aware of the potential slowdown of the trend, and yes, that we were slowing down. I think I did that video exactly here, and you can go back. I only did one update video on Solana anyway so far, and that was pretty much here at the peak. I think that was here on the 11th of September or so. And it was before we broke that trend line to the downside. And I did say at the time that we had that very strong upper shadow here and that a trend reversal might be coming now. And it seems to be coming, it seems to be happening. And I just want to make you aware that I think that is not stopping now, but it might be, there will be, I think, a little bit more correction coming. So for me, it's a good time actually, because I have not been invested in Solana, unfortunately. I did talk about Solana, I think in June or so, when this was a very small channel, but for some reason I missed the opportunity to invest. I mean, sometimes the day just hasn't got enough hours to get everything done. I just missed it. However, these dips then are opportunities to buy, because I think Solana is still has a lot of value, even though it's more centralized and stuff like that. And I don't really want to talk about the project itself here, just about technical analysis. So what is it doing now? So we are getting close here to the 20-day moving average, which you can see here, this sort of green line. This will provide probably support, especially as it falls together with some support and resistance levels here. One is actually coming now, which is here on the daily. I think we're already finding support there. That's the $150. I think there's also a psychological mark. You can see that here we are currently we already found strong support here. So however, we have a very strong red candle at the moment, but we seem to be finding support here. Should we break that, I think we'll go down to 140, which is the 20-day moving average support at the moment. What I, and we've already, been dropping quite a bit. So what we can see, however, is that the RSI is going down very strongly here at the moment. So I can't see that trend, which is actually, increasing in speed. I can't see that slowing down at the moment. It's actually increasing in speed, increasing in momentum. You can see that we have a very strong red candle at the moment. Obviously, that candle hasn't closed yet. So we just see what is happening. But what we can certainly see is that we are finding some support here at the moment, because we had that candle yesterday touching it. We have that candle now touching it, $150. That's an important one, but the momentum is increasing to the downside. However, the MACD as well has just made a bearish cross. We are going into the red on the histogram of the MACD, and also the stochastic RSI is really on a very low level. So indicates to me that this trend to the downside is at least not stopping now. Yes, there might be some support here, but I don't see, for example, that momentum shift on the RSI, and the price has just gone up very fast. But let's go and have a look at the 4-hour chart, and that is where we can see, yes, that we are finding some support here at $150. So we have found support here, found support here, found support here. So clearly an important level. However, we can see a descending triangle here, where we are just getting closer to that level, and the buyers can't push the price higher anymore. My view is that sooner or later, probably within this descending triangle, we will do a breakout to the downside, and then probably the first stop will be the $140, which I just showed you on the daily is one support level. And then what we can see here on the 4-hour chart very clearly is that the $135 seem to be another support level. And some people might ask now, can I now buy again? Now, I wouldn't buy in a downtrend. I think we are now in at least a short-term downtrend. Of course, if we go back to the daily, we can see that we are way above all the key moving averages still. So technically on the daily, we are in an uptrend. The 4-hour chart, however, we are in a short-term downtrend here. We can see that for the 20 and the 50 period moving average, we are below that. And we've got the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour chart down here at around $110. If we just take a quick look at the hourly chart to finish this video off, we can see that, yes, we are below all the moving averages here, the 20, 50 and 200 period moving average on the hourly chart. And in my opinion, you know, we've had a double top here, something like a double top, and we are now going to break that neckline potentially. If that happens, as I said, we'll probably go down to 140 and then 135, 136. I've got it on this chart here now. So clearly, in my opinion, that downtrend isn't really slowing down. It is something that people expected. I think this was no surprise, and I call it here because you could just see it by, you know, especially here when I think this was for me the key moment. So a little bit of education here. For me, this was the key moment when we had this increasing volatility. This is always an indicator that people are getting, you know, a little bit insecure. So increasing volatility, you can see how this one wave already overextended away from this trend line, and then we had this second wave here, and that for me was the turning point as well, because you had a very strong move against this as well, whereas here you had a very strong move to the upside, but the consolidation was very weak, and then here the consolidation was getting stronger, and here it was getting even stronger. And then also you saw that the bias, the price didn't push up that easily anymore. This is where we had the bearish divergence of the RSI starting, and I told you on this channel that you needed to watch that trend line, and we then broke below it, and now we were here at this horizontal support level, and I think we're going to break it to the downside. That's my feeling, just because we've got that descending triangle, and also the indicators are all looking pretty poorly. If you wanted to get into it, of course I can't give you any recommendations, but what I do myself, I will probably, you know, maybe if we hit the next support level, you know, if we go down, I'll probably go in with a smaller amount and then do a bit of dollar cost averaging in. And if then the price goes up, at least I already have put a small position in there. If the price goes down further, I will just dollar cost average going forward as well to decrease my average price. All right, hopefully that video was useful. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.